everybody, welcome back live at Drew's house, Joppa afternoon drive from our Newburyport NCM Hub studios. My name is Drew Moholland. Hope you're all doing well out there. Doah's Daydream in the house. That's who you're hearing right there out of San Diego, California. Hello, everybody.
Hey, hello.
There it is. There's everybody. What's going on? Welcome to Newburyport.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are literally just getting in here.
Yes.
It's the little travel whirlwind here.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's like, before we get into it, let's just give people a little taste here.
Now, far, far away to the unknown, where our higher self awaits. Far, far away to the oasis, where our thirst will be quenched.
Well, I like that vibe. It feels very summer, and that's why you're here to play a late summer show in this neck of the woods. So, what is it? Hampton Beach for you guys tonight, right?
Yeah.
Over at McWorks, a very fun spot. Have fun over there. I know you will.
Oh, we will.
It's a great spot. Yeah, you guys are veterans there. Okay. What's been the fun part about being in Newburyport so far? Did you get to stop anywhere yet, or did you come right here?
Right here.
Straight here.
No walk downtown, no nothing?
Not yet.
That's next? All right, let's introduce ourselves here. Let's go. I'll let you guys introduce yourselves. Give me your full names, and start with you, Doah.
All right. My name is Doah Lee, and I'm the singer, songwriter, and the band leader, and the front woman for this band.
And you have a cool hat. I like that.
Oh, thank you. Shout out to Vitamin C Brewing.
All right.
Yeah.
Was it a free hat?
Uncle Dino.
Yeah,
Tossed
Uncle
it your way?
Dino.
Those are always better, aren't they?
Yes. My name is Chris Libera. I'm the guitar player.
All right, Chris. We almost played. I thought I had my guitar in the car. I was like, oh, you guys got to play a little bit. I went to go get it. My Alvarez is gone. Very disappointing.
Wow.
It's not stolen, people. It's just
Okay,
I
good.
restrung it and forgot to put it back in the car. Keep going around.
I'm Peter Merritt, and I play bass guitar in this band.
All right, Peter. Good to meet you.
I'm PJ Sweeney, and I play the drums.
PJ, very good. Christian.
My name is Christian Valdez, and I'm the keyboardist.
My name's Austin Estiang, and I play saxophone.
All right, cool. So we got the whole band in here. This is fantastic. Sometimes we get bits and pieces. One time, a 5-piece band was expecting the whole band to come. They made it a trio. They go, I don't know where our other band members are. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
That'll happen.
I hope
Shout
that-
out to Dougie Fresh.
Yeah, we're missing our seventh member.
You're missing a member. Okay.
Yeah, he's a trumpet player. So.
It's tough to get a full band in a room, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially across the country.
That's right. Yeah. So what is your story? No, we can start with you, Doah. What's was the band born and all that stuff?
Yeah, so the band was born in San Diego about, I would say with this steady member group, we've been playing for about 2 years now, but actually Austin's the newest, but I started to really pursue music about 4 or 5 years ago. I was working at a corporate sales job that I really hated. So, that job, I was devastated because I ended up quitting.
Yeah.
And I'm not a quitter, so, but that job made me really redefine definition of happiness and success. And that brought me back to music. And I started just going to all the open mics in town and meeting all the musicians, but also, busking and things like that.
Yeah.
So it just started with me and my acoustic guitar. And here we are, 4 or 5 years later, we have a full band, and we are, we've been to Hawaii twice, and Arizona, Vegas, and here we are in the East Coast for the first time, and we hope to make it out to Florida in January. And
it's a good time for Florida.
Yeah, January.
People around here like that move a lot.
Yeah.
I would say.
Chris, are you familiar with the busking life? That's I always hear interesting busking stories. I'm sure you guys have some.
A little bit. I actually met Doah during the pandemic, and so I was a part of those busking sessions. At the time, that's all we could really do was busk and kind of set up a generator and our instruments kind of in different parts of town and make the best of it. So,
is there one story that sticks out? I only ask that because I've never been disappointed when I've asked about interesting busking stories.
Well, to be honest, nothing crazy that I can really think of. But you meet some interesting people sometimes, especially in Ocean Beach, San Diego. There's always all kinds of different characters that hang out there, but nothing that would be borderline insane. Okay. That's really worth the story. Off the top of my head, what about you, Doah? Can you think of
I've
anything?
definitely had some people probably maybe kind of like a bum or
Yeah.
have been doing drugs or something.
Somebody
like,
not
we
in
were
the
like-
right state of mind. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were like fully just going crazy
Yeah.
in front of the band. Just, I mean, they were vibing, but it was a little bit like,
well, that's good.
Yeah. Like I said, nothing like drastic. Like
Some of the ones I've gotten before, let me tell you, are I have been punched in the face. Another person had their money, whatever, I think it was in a hat, they said, but had that just taken. And then the guy didn't want to take the money eventually. He just took it and threw it all up into the air. Which I thought were two interesting stories. So it's that life seems a little wild out there on the street.
yeah.
But
I had a random guy
can
give
be.
me $100.
that's cool. Your stories are so much easier and better than the other. Some of these other ones. You're ruining my whole narrative of what busking could be. No, it's this is great. All right. So, what's the? Anybody have like local ties here? What's anybody know this area pretty well? What's the? Nobody. Wow.
Not here.
Well, this is fun. What are your questions for me? Gee, let me just do it that way. You guys are the guests.
Well, it's really old around, isn't it? Old around here because we were in a different part of Mass, and it was
Did you
like
just call me old already?
no.
So rude. Can't take you anywhere.
Drummers.
Good for nothing.
No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, because like since being like in this area, we just have really been appreciating just like the towns and like how quaint they are, and, like,
Yes.
the brick roads and stuff. We
That's
don't really have
beautiful.
much of that. I grew up in
Gotcha.
Syracuse, New York, but it's not anything as old as this.
Gotcha.
So
Oh, you
that's-
mean actually the art? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
very interesting.
A lot of these towns and cities, Newburyport is actually a city, even though it kind of has a small town feel. A lot of them they like that whole cobblestone. Even there's parts of Boston like that too. You like Faneuil Hall, you walk through, and you guys ever done some Boston gigs? No, never. You say never? Wow.
Not yet.
Get you guys
Yeah.
into Boston.
Yeah.
You know, you'll like Faneuil Hall. You like downtown Newburyport. You like Boston's Faneuil Hall and all that stuff. So
Awesome.
do
Yeah.
that at some point too.
What's like the music scene like here?
So it's a little complicated. Like Newburyport itself, it's like crazy. They have crazy good musicians. I know more musicians from Newburyport. Like just it was like almost like a group of people that kind of grew up together playing, and like so I know more musicians from Newburyport than any other place I know. And we're always complaining that there's not. I've gone directly to the mayor actually and said we got to get these places playing more. How do we do it? Incentive. But Plum Island is just off Newburyport, which is beautiful. If you want a good, probably you'll appreciate the water ocean vibe there. That's a music island. They do like a Plum Fest every year, which is
Cool.
You play the porches and you you play the beach, and there's like 60 venues, people's houses they host on decks and everything.
Wow.
So that
sounds
yeah,
great.
that's coming up in the fall actually. So that's September or October. I hope I didn't get that wrong. It's in the fall. But Plum Fest is that, and then Plymouth, New Hampshire is not far from here. That's a big music town. Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I'm sorry, I was just talking about Plymouth, New Hampshire. And, Portsmouth, New Hampshire is a great music town. So and, but Newburyport people always say, let's get more like Portsmouth when it comes to the music scene. We want music everywhere. So. That's that. It's a little history lesson. I live to the north, small town called Danvers. Not as exciting, but maybe you'd appreciate that too. All right. So who's the person in the band that kind of who's the steady hand that keeps things light when things get stressful on the road?
I don't know.
Not everybody at once, please.
That's a really good question.
That's a good question. That's a really good question.
We kind of all do our part to keep even ground, I think. Yeah.
All right. Who's the wild one?
Me?
You did get the finger point, yeah.
Just by him or everyone?
It's kind of.
I'll let you review you can review the tape later.
Oh boy.
Oh man, watch it after the gig tonight. That'll be good.
I mean, I have to be the wild one. I gotta
Yeah.
tour with like how many guys, you know?
That is you. I mean, just that in itself has to be unique, right?
Unique.
Would you?
polite way
Yeah.
to put it.
I tried my best. Would you like to expand on that? Yeah. I did. What's it like being the front person of this band?
Well, everybody has positives and negatives. Being the captain of the ship here sometimes,
Yeah.
kind of sometimes not. But
Do you all travel in? Are you like in a van?
yeah.
You're all together.
Yeah.
You're a very. This is.
I just try to avoid the
very
back
close
as much
band.
as possible.
Yeah. Okay. I won't. I actually don't want to know about the back
Okay.
then.
No, you don't.
How big's the van?
It's a
Not-
Pacifica.
not big
It's a
enough.
minivan. It's not big
Okay.
enough.
So
I'll
this
tell
is
you
how
that.
bands become close. This is the this is how you do
Not
it.
much choice, yeah.
Literally.
Are you? Would you? Is it like? I can tell you guys seem like a pretty. I mean, I don't just mean close in proximity, but it seems like you all enjoy each other. Is it an enjoyable experience so far? Like,
Well, that's questionable, but you know.
That
no,
was like it
kidding.
was until it was until everybody pointed at me.
No, we all have our moments, but at the end of the day, we're family, and we can
Yeah.
bicker like brother and sisters, but we all have a great time, and we all get along at the end of the day pretty well, and we
Yeah.
all have respect for one another. So we talk a lot of poop, but at the end of the day, we all love each other.
Austin, what's it like? So you said Austin was the new guy, right?
Yeah, poor guy. It's his
know.
first tour ever.
I imagine it's a tough. That can be a little difficult. I would think.
It's actually really great.
Okay.
What's difficult, I guess.
Well, I don't know. I think
Being
it's.
new?
I think just being new to people that have played together
Yeah,
before, and
yeah.
especially in music, it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. When bands try to add new people, it's always like we're gonna need to take time off, and
Yeah, it can be intimidating.
yeah. But no,
But-
flawless. You say it's not been flawless. Come on.
It's been really good. I feel
Yeah.
like I'm in like this space that we're all just like working towards just getting as best we can.
Yep.
And so it's just like I felt like me personally, I was kind of like just like kind of finding out, and then once I joined this band, I felt like I just like started getting better and better.
Are you coming from another band or a solo career? Or?
I was coming from classical oboe,
Okay.
yeah, orchestral stuff.
Gotcha. All right. Well, is there one of these guys that kind of you hitched onto and is really helping you through like some of the intricate parts of the band, or?
That would be
Some-
Doug, the
Doug.
trumpet player.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He's not here. Yep. He's-
Of course.
Love you, Doug.
Yeah.
Miss you, Doug.
Good name drop there. That was just part of the show. Very good. What's this song? So this song that we pulled up here is One Love.
Yes, it's our. This is our exclusive, drop right now. That's the next single that we're gonna be releasing.
Oh, it's not even out yet.
It's not even out yet.
Oh, well, this is special.
Oh, yeah.
Play a little more here.
Oh, yeah.
Let it burn until it disappears. One love, one love, one love. We shine bright until we are done. One love, one love, one love. This is the love we've been searching for. Yeah, yeah. This is the love we've been searching for.
You guys seem like you're on an exciting show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're a must-see live kind of band.
Definitely, yeah, definitely a live band.
The funny part is. Funny part is, for those of you that will never get to see the genius behind the scenes, I pulled up the wrong track a moment ago, and I was like, this sounds a lot different than what I thought we were playing earlier. Maeve, you're the best. Maeve Power directing the show here today. Thank you, Maeve. Got all these guys set up in here too. Oh, very sweet of you all. We had to put you guys all on. This is usually my side. I'm usually on that side. It's bizarre looking at you all over there. Dude, you got my. Actually, you guys can just control this for now.
We got the board right here.
Yeah, I'm sure you're familiar with some of this stuff. So what's the title? This is the new single that's about to come out. Do you have a date, or is it just kind of a little loose right
A
now?
little loose right now. I'm waiting for the album art to come in.
Oh.
That's kind of been the delay.
Come in. Where does it come from?
From this artist that.
You like somebody you like?
Yeah, kind of. No, I'm just kidding. I love her. She's
You can name
amazing.
drop if you want. It's fine.
Her name is Maddie.
Okay. Nice
Yeah.
job, Maddie.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's got this like beautiful like pinup girls, and it's all very like dreamy vibe. And so when I just saw her artwork, I was like, I gotta have her involved in one of the things because it just kind of fit in with the vision of the
Yeah.
band and everything else. So it was a nice little collab. She actually created the One Love East Coast tour poster, the tour that we're on. So we're kind of just grabbing some of that and then turning it into an album, like the single artwork.
Cool.
So I'm just waiting on that. And we should be able to release it in September sometime. And we're making a music video for it too, which is going to be I think it's gonna be a great music video.
Very nice.
It is.
Does the actually all of you guys can answer this at some point? Does the you're from San Diego, traveling in a van together? Is the time on stage? Is that like the release of it? Is that like this is what we do this for? Because it's a grind. I mean, even the guys that get to, you know, the Springsteens of the world flying into Gillette Stadium, you know, tonight. Even those guys, it's a grind for. Like, is that where the payoff is when you're on stage?
It's definitely the most fun
100%.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's we
Yeah.
lay it all out.
That's what we're here for, to promote and play the music. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Bringing the heat.
and just being on stage and getting to, you know, expose our band and music to new fans, and you know, that's how indie bands grow is the numbers of fans and numbers of how many people you can bring to the concerts or shows that you put on, and that is like the business part of it, but also just you know, touring is not glamorous at all, especially indie bands like us, and I'm sure you know that. And you know, these guys are nice enough for me to have the bed, but you know, some of them are sleeping on the floor, and we're just sharing a hotel room and pretty much living out of our backpacks and going cities to cities, and you know, yelling at each other and blah 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 in the way, but you know, but we do it because we love what we do, and music is such a big part of us, and we're almost too deep into it now that we just can't go back. We got to see this through, you know. So that's the sacrifices that we're willing to make, and it just makes everything worthwhile.
Who's on the floor? All of you at some point?
Yeah, we share.
Take turns.
Take turns.
Right.
We're good about rotating.
Very good. The who makes that decision ultimately to? Because I mean, I'm assuming that's going to be a big thought process, right? You're going across the country. You want to meet all these new fan bases, create new fans. Like you got to look at money, and you got to look at all that stuff that goes into travel. Is that like a plunge you got to take? All right, let's go for it and go all in. Go.
Yeah. So I mean, like, and I'm thankful for these guys because I make a lot of those type of decisions, and you know, this financial thing is a big thing to make the tour happen. So for this round, I literally reached out to every sponsors I can possibly get, and asking them to give us a little bit of, you know, help and donation and helping market their brand and things like that. So it's crazy. It's like you're pretty much running your own business, you know, type of thing. And we are doing all the booking ourselves with a little bit of help from Michael Bernier and
Newburyport boy.
Yeah, so we got some help from him, which was like, thank God. But you know, a lot of people bag on social media, but myself is pretty active on Facebook and Instagram, and I was able to find a lot of connection to make this tour happen, and yeah, I mean, thank God they're, you know, willing to let me kind of. But you know, too many cooks in the kitchen, it kind of just goes everywhere. So I just try to be, you know, make most of the decision with a lot of the help along the way, and
strike that balance, right?
Yeah, shout out to the Sweeneys, PJ's parents. Put us up in hotel last 2 nights.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
that's good.
That was cool.
What's the? Has there been a favorite city in your travels so far? Actually, why don't you all you guys take that one? It's the.
Manhattan, man.
I think we're all in agreement.
Manhattan.
We're all gonna say
That was something else.
New York City.
definitely.
New York City,
Yeah. Manhattan was fun.
It's the energy, man.
I'm scared to ask what you guys did in Manhattan.
Just a little scary. Just a little scary.
What's the? Did we get enough sleep? That's the. Inching my way towards the truth here. Okay.
Not until we get home.
They didn't even do anything that crazy.
Oh, okay. No. Doah the truth. There you go.
It's been a little bit scary.
It wasn't even that scary.
That's why I said a little bit.
But it wasn't even a little bit scary.
We're a bunch of nerds. We were reading books.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2, 3 in the morning, sipping our ginger ale.
It's funny. I was actually just thinking as you guys were saying that because we're closer. I have more access to New York City. I haven't been in a long time now, like since the
Always
pandemic.
changing.
Come with us.
Yeah, I'll just jump on. Yeah.
Yeah.
You obviously have room. We can just jump.
Yep.
Man, I haven't been since COVID. I was supposed to go right before. Actually, when COVID, like the world shut down, I was going to New York City the next day.
Wow.
That's my story.
Dang.
The Big East, it was basketball season, and my college guys go down to see the Big East tournament, which is in
You got robbed.
Madison Square Garden. Yeah.
Bummer.
So I know. What was that like for you? That's not a good time for indie musicians. The pandemic.
Changed everything.
Mm-hmm.
There will be a day where I stop talking about that, but it is still
Still
the
relevant.
industry's still feeling
yeah.
the effects of it. and,
100%.
It also created a lot, though. That's how I got affiliated with this group.
Oh, interesting.
So I mean, a lot of groups,
Fell apart.
fell apart, but then others grew. And
Are you coming from a group that fell apart? Is that what you
no,
mean?
not specifically that, but if it wasn't for the pandemic, then paths might not have been crossed.
No, that's a good. So you're the glass half full guy of the group. Very good. The opportunities that were taken. I like that. What do you guys? What was that? When I say pandemic, what did it mean to you guys? Back row there a little bit.
I was playing a lot with a different band,
Yeah.
and then when it hit, it was like everything was gone. And then
Yeah.
when you try to get back into the game, because I didn't meet up with Doah until a few months after, like everything kind of opened up.
Yeah.
So I was just bouncing around and just playing with like whoever I could, and I wasn't really enjoying it. And like pay got cut in half, and payment is still cut in half.
Yeah.
So like to find a project,
From the venues that you're playing at.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
And we just got linked up, and it was more about the music than anything. When I tried out with Doah, it was just
Yeah.
like wow, like because it's like every genre.
Yeah.
So all the practice and all the preparation I did during the pandemic, it paid off in
Yeah.
a big way. But it took a while to get there.
Yeah. I mean, I did hear a lot of that. Musicians just owning their craft.
Mm-hmm.
What else am I going to do? It's like,
You gotta stay positive.
yeah.
Yeah.
This will make me a better player coming out and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Is there something, Doah, that's I always imagine if like you're the front person of a group like this and you have a band just putting their heart and soul into projects, like that has to be the most rewarding thing in the world, I would think. Is that pretty much accurate?
Yeah. I do my best to, really bring gigs, shows that, they feel like they're worth playing. And I know like finance is not quite there right now. And I'm very thankful that these guys are still here with me.
It's almost more rewarding in that way. It's like people that like obviously see like,
It's like I might cry right now, like thinking about
yeah,
like,
we do tears a lot. It's fine. Yeah.
Is this like a therapy session?
Great video.
Second week in a row, Market Maeve, Drew therapy with Drew. That's the second guest. As I hit my head on the microphone.
But we get to do this together is really amazing, and it was a lot of personal growth for me too, to be the leader of this band and really build something and create something together. And I've always been like very, very independent person, so I still have a little bit of a hard time like leaning on these guys for help, and I know I need to get a little bit like better at that because I know they want to help too.
Yeah.
So I can be kind of a little bit of a control freak,
Yeah.
but being able to do this together as a band and all share the same like similar dreams and help each other grow and get all of us out there
Yeah.
is a really beautiful thing. And it really helped me like, and just not have like attachment to things, because there is, nothing's ever forever, so there is like a chance of like, who knows, like my members, like we get bigger and my members get picked from another band that's bigger than me, bigger than what I can give them, so there is that happening too. But so it's like,
Oh, now I want to cry at the thought of that. That's not fun.
but no, but it's a great thing because
know, I'm
then
just
it's
kidding.
like the fact that I could create that type
Yeah.
of opportunity for
Yep.
whatever, I can only be happy for them. Of course, I'd be bummed, but then
Yeah.
I try. But it's not even about that. It's just more like not having attachment to things and just letting universe work itself and letting everything be free kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you? It must be because there is that like path towards like I mean, I see so many. For me, that's my world. Is like the indie musician that comes in here. That's like what we do. It's of those kind of artists, and I see like so much talent. And it's like some people come in here and it's like, how are you not a superstar? And it's like, and maybe some of the older people, like, there was a time where it was like, we were out on tour with this person, and like there's just that fine line of whether you catch the break or whatever. But I think of like other indie acts, like are you guys I know it's more of an East Coast band, but you familiar with Dispatch at all? Like there was like Chad Stokes has been on this show, and I just saw them the other night in Portland, Maine, and I was thinking he's only bringing Dispatch out right now for like 4 or 5 shows this summer, and I've heard him talk about it. It's not, he likes doing his other stuff. He likes playing. I saw him at a barn 2 months ago too, playing to 80 people.
Wow.
And but he can, that was his solo show, but he brings Dispatch out, and I've heard him say this pretty much because he likes what he can do charity wise, bringing a bunch of people to a concert, 6,000 for 60, and that a lot of money can go to charity, and he likes that idea of it, and that's what he's in it for. But I was thinking, like, for that guy to just kind of leave Dispatch behind and not do all these tours, it's like, I mean, for me, it's like that's guy that just loves the music, and he's made that path. They hit it as a, they played 120,000 people in Boston at the Hatch Shell and said, we're done. And like, who does that?
I don't
Like,
know.
what indie band does that after making it and says goodbye? But I don't know. I don't know why I bring that up. I guess it's fresh on my mind, but
Yeah,
it's thoughts.
it's a weird thing.
I think that's life. Just it's like water.
Yeah.
Just letting it flow. And
Yeah, and if you feel like a band's played out or your ideas are planned out, I guess maybe that's why you change. But I don't know. I was thinking about it. I think he used the word restricted with Dispatch, and that's why he does all the other projects. But interesting. Yeah. I don't know. He's a good guy.
No restriction here.
There you go.
Queen lets us do what we got to do.
Yeah, and that was only 3 of them.
Yeah,
Those
I know,
guys.
for real.
I mean, I talk about so you're actually a 7-piece band.
Yeah.
That's a lot of personalities. We've talked about how bands are tough to keep. What's the hardest part? Besides the band,
Everyone together in one room at a specific time to get something done.
which we failed at today, right? That's This is about as close as bands get, I think. If I got 6 out of 7, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Who was it again? Who's missing?
Doug.
Sorry. Hello again, Doug.
Dougie Fresh.
Hope you're doing well. Is he coming here right now?
No.
No, he's not. Okay.
Okay.
He's in San Diego.
Oh, he is.
So he's nowhere near. But he's with us here.
Oh,
Right.
His spirit.
It's very sweet. So besides like the actual physical getting, like what is like the toughest part of being a band in 2023? I mean, is it trying to get the shows? Is it literally bouncing around city to city? Like, what is the hardest part when you think about that?
I have so many, but I'm gonna let the guys answer.
That was like the heaviest sigh I've ever seen PJ. I was like, I have so many answers.
Yeah.
Well, because I don't know. I don't personally find it that hard. I mean, getting everyone in the same room, but when it comes to, I don't know.
Yeah.
When it comes to getting together, playing shows, and
Yeah.
doing the damn thing, like it's usually pretty.
The drummer too. Drummers, not that you all don't work out, but drummers work hard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Got a lot of
Carry
gear
a lot
to
of
carry.
stuff.
I mean, like, we all help each other out. I mean, like, the travel, the load in, the load out,
Yeah.
getting home at 3, like, yeah, that's kind of hard, all that, but it just comes with the territory, because, like, when we play shows, like, we're buzzing for, like, 2 days afterwards.
Really, that adrenaline thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's such a high energy show, and, like, we work so hard to sound good.
Yeah.
So, like, when we actually get done with a set, it's just like, you know what? I don't care about packing up right now. I don't care that I bump my elbow in the back. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's so many other things to focus on where, like, the bad stuff, you forget about it once you hit that first note.
That's awesome. You guys got a good outlook on this. I love this.
I think the hardest thing is about like booking and getting in front of shaking hands with the right people in the industry, like all those things that like it's hard. I think that's like the biggest like toughest thing for me.
Yeah.
And
you naturally don't know how to play like that game. I don't mean to say that in a negative way, but
right.
you know.
And also like being an indie band, it's like you working at a corporate job, you have this, okay, you take this position, you hit some of this metrics, and you do well for this many years, then you move up to this and this and this, and your salary goes up, blah, blah, blah. So you have this, like, little bit of somewhat predictable path, right? But, the music industry, like, you have to be an artist, you have to be creative, and you have to put X amount of, whatever time that you might have or you might get into your art, but you also have to do more of like the marketing, promoting, booking, branding, and all these different things that like I'm doing, that it's like I struggle so many like ways because I just can't even sometimes like have the energy to just even live my daily life sometimes, because you're just like juggling so many different things because you have to do everything yourself because you just don't have enough capital to get help from to be able to pay anyone or like rely on anyone. Like we try to have someone like, oh yeah, we'll be your manager, blah blah blah. It's like you don't pay them. Like it's like what, you know, what's the incentives for them? You know.
I get the impression she's really good though at what she does. Is that probably?
She has the hardest job, hands down. No.
Just hearing you talk about how hard it is tells me you know exactly what you're doing. Like,
it's a grind, and it's like never stops, and it's like you feel like you make a couple steps forward and you get pushed back, and it's like an everyday grind. Every day you get a no to get that one yes, and it's like, thank God I'm in corporate sales right now, so, and I've been doing it for a few years, so I have that type of like hunter mentality, but like I honestly don't know how some bands do it because it's really hard to be very business savvy in this really hard industry with no path that are like really paved for you, and to be creative at the same time as well. That is like, and you have to really be well-rounded in all of it, otherwise there's no way you can make it sometimes. And that's like, just to think about that and let that sit there is like, wow. Like, you know. So, man.
Well, I don't know what to say after that.
Shout out to all the indie musicians grinding out there. That's all I can say.
It's like
Respect.
I think you probably went into it more in depth than I've ever heard somebody do on there. But that's
so this radio like thing is like, thank you so much for having us.
Oh, thank you.
You know, this means so much to us, giving us the opportunity to be here. You know, we're still like humbly, like we're nobody still. You know, so having this type of opportunity means the world, so thank you.
And we can go out and see them tonight at Hampton Beach, playing McWorks, which is it's a fun place. I've been there many times in my life.
Come see us.
And it's fun. It's right on the water. You get anything on it. It's gonna be good. So go tonight. Do you guys have this? We didn't actually talk about this before. We did talk about possibly doing some guitar, but I didn't have my guitar, which was a good job by me. But do you guys have is there any like a cappella part of the show where you could just give people a taste of what you guys do as a group here? Is there any? Again, we didn't rehearse this, but you got anything? What do you think? Well, I'll look at Doah because Doah is kind of like, I can see the wheels spinning here. You got anything?
Sure. I mean, like, I'm sure we could do something.
Fake something?
Right, boys? Sure. Everybody's gonna snap, like, you know.
Oh, I like this. Can walk it through.
Walk us through, Doah.
Okay, we're gonna do that.
Doah's Daydream, making something happen on the fly. I love this.
Hey, boy. Let's do it.
Too slow.
Too slow, is it? Are you just gonna stand there? Oh, we up. Sorry. Are we on air right now?
No, we'll fix it.
Let's have to do a drum circle.
I like the drummer knows it's too slow. That's perfect.
Of course he does.
Alright, you gotta help me here.
I am.
Is that it? Is that the beat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you just gonna stand there and watch me break down? Are you just gonna stand there and watch me cry? Too scared to come close. Too scared to make the first move, yeah. Too scared to let me go. You're just too scared to love. Hey boy, you're just a stupid little boy. You can't love me when you don't know how much it hurts. Hey boy, you're just a stupid little boy. You can't love me when you just don't know. Hey boy.
Hey! It's too cool. Doah's Daydream. Fantastic. Nicely done.
Was that nice? Okay, guys, we're gonna practice a cappella now for these moments.
Now we're gonna be traveling.
I think it becomes part of the show, don't you?
Oh wow.
Oh man, there you go. Well, thanks for doing that, guys. I think it's. I think you'll enjoy that. It gives people a
Sorry,
good taste.
sorry, everyone. Sorry.
No, sorry. That's great. I think you leave it all in.
We're so good with instruments, I swear.
That's awesome. Excellent line. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I know you cram a lot of stuff into these trips, especially when you're popping in on cities and getting out of there. And I should let you get out of here and go see this beautiful city of Newburyport and enjoy your day and have a great night at Hampton Beach as well.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy the ocean.
Yeah.
But thank you again. It's been great. We'll be following you here in Newburyport. When you come back through, come back in.
Oh,
And feel free to bring instruments. We fit anything. I know it doesn't look like a big place, but
Oh, it's like Tiny Desk.
it is. That's we
We'll bring the whole thing if you want.
perfect. I love
Next
it.
time.
Next time. Yeah, next time. I usually say it's Tiny Desk. Think Tiny Desk, more me. I talk more than. I don't think they have a host there on the Tiny Desk show. Thank you guys. It was a blast. And here, I'll pull you up one more time here. Let's see if I can get it right. So maybe it doesn't yell at me. Nope. I did it wrong again. There we go. Ah, I did it right. Well, you know what? Here, I'll have me fix it on the way out. We'll play the music on the way out. Yeah. It'll be all fun. Little producer. Thank you guys. Doah's Daydream. My name is Drew Moholland. It's been live at Drew's house. Joppa Afternoon Drive. Thank you all for joining us. Enjoy the day. See you later. Peace.
Hey, boy.